Hey you guys, Craig Martin here. I'm at the Atlas booth. This is a Trainfest in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. We've got a lot of cool stuff here at the Atlas booth to show you, so let's go take a walk. This is going to take just a minute. We're going to start over here with something that I think is really, really cool. As an N-scaler myself, we've got the new SD60E, SD60M coming here. This is the Crescent cab. This thing for N-scale, I don't know what the video can show, but it's got a lot of detail. It's got the PTC antenna array. It's even got nose grab irons, working ditch lights. Really, really cool. As you can see here from this flyer, a few different NS schemes coming. You got the first responder, the veterans paint scheme, which is very appropriate. Today's Veterans Day. Thank you for all of our vets out there. This is just a really, really cool model that I think a lot of people will be happy to see. And that's the first thing that Atlas is announcing here at the show. We've also got test samples here. The GP39-2 locomotive. Tons of paint schemes here. I'm sure that there'll be more introduced, or announced, I should say, as time goes on. But yeah, very cool model here, GP39-2 and N-scale as well. And if you walk over here now, we've got what was done in HO scale now coming in N scale. These are the ALP 45 DP locomotives and passenger cars. So if you're into commuter stuff, and I know it is very geographically centered, however, there's been quite a big demand for these in HO scale, and I think that in N scale these look awesome. There's a cab car. The locomotive here has got all sorts of different light functions on it. Really, really some cool stuff. Come in a number of different paint schemes. It's going to be a really cool model. By the way, I forgot to mention too, one of the great points about the GP39-2 and the SD60E, sound. Sound coming in there from ESU, I believe. I have a whole fact sheet here. Anyway, N-scale sound. It's pretty cool. I think that's something to look forward to. But and again, this model here, these electric locomotives, actually this is dual mode, but the electric stuff's pretty quiet, but I don't know if this is coming in sound and N-scale. It is. Okay, so sound and N-scale too. So Atlas is stepping up the game here on the sound-equipped N-scale locomotives. Moving on our list here, we've got some Z-scale stuff. These are some new Z-scale number 6 turnouts. I mean, this thing is, you know, it's Z-scale, so it's tiny, but I checked one out earlier, and it is really cool. It works perfect, looks great, and we also have a 19-degree crossing. So, you know, Atlas is expanding their Z-scale track line. Atlas is known for tons of great track in HO, N-scale, and O-scale, but now they're bringing it to you in Z-scale, including Z-scale Flex Track, which was recently released, I believe, in 20-something inch long sections. It's pretty long. It's the longest Z-scale Flex Track you can buy. Moving on to more track here, we've got some N-scale pieces that are being added here to the True Track. These are conversion pieces here, transition pieces, from code 65 to code 55 and code 80 to code 55. So if you're looking to mate up some track you already have with these, this is the way to do it. And on top of that stuff, there is a ton of new N-scale products here. Lots of locomotives. I mean, it's almost too much to go over. We've got here these N-scale locomotives, Dash 8s, RS1s, RS3 and 4 Ds. We've got trash cars, cupola cabooses, a really cool smattering of early schemes, and then also some very, very modern stuff too. I'll tell you, as we've been rail fanning around Milwaukee here, I've seen 5660s. This is an BLMA product. We've seen multiple, if you go over here, of these 3-bay hoppers, including the potash core up here. All sorts of really, really cool stuff. So anyway, a lot coming in N-scale. Keep tabs on atlasrr.com, but some really cool stuff here. Moving on to the HO scale products. I believe we're going to walk over here now. Samples of the same ALP model, the ALP 45 DP, two different schemes here. You've got Canadian and you've got New Jersey Transit. Boy, really cool looking models. I know that, again, some of you might say, well, it's really regional specific, and I'm not into commuter stuff, but I think you might want to give it a second look. With the lighting, the sound on these things, they're pretty incredible. Very, very cool models. And of course, an HO scale. So sorry to keep you guys walking back and forth here. There's more to see over here. Just like with the N scale, there's so much to go over an HO scale. You see the NS first responders, tank car and locomotive here. We've got the trash cars. We've got some really cool Jeeps. There's trash cars with trash containers. We've got some really cool looking GP40s and GP38s here. I love this BNSF version. I think I've seen that one in real life. I'm not sure if there's more than one, but if there is just one, I've seen it in Southern California. Got some big Pullman sleepers back there and a number of different paint schemes. We've even got a re-release of our Trinity 64-foot reefer. That was a BLMA product, and 5660 covered hopper. So again, a very kind of well-rounded product offering here at this Trainfest for Atlas, of old and new. We've got a lot of modern products, and we've got a lot of early products as well. Last but not least, here we got an S2 assortment. All sorts of old, great paint schemes. Really cool stuff. Now, if HO is too small for you and you like O scale, we got something impressive here. O scale -8s. I mean, these things are incredible. Number one, they're massive for O scale. And they just are really detailed, really, really cool models. I think these will be available very soon from your favorite dealer. So, I think last but not least, we have on the list here a new signal control board. I just learned about some of the specs, and I think this is pretty cool. You can switch back and forth from common anode to common cathode, so it can work with BLMA signals or Atlas signals. Some other specs were that, let's see here, you were saying something, I'm sorry, remind me again.
Lunar lights.
Oh, lunar, we could do lunar. So there's some really big functionality, I guess, built into the signal control system. And I think beyond that, when that's available, I want to comment on the fact that even at the show here, a few people have said, hey, BLMA signals, when are those coming back? I've heard from the guys at Atlas that they are coming back. Obviously, with factories overseas, some things take a little bit of time, but they will be coming back. So in due time, you'll see them. I think that's it. Again, happy Veterans Day.